Alright, it should be working.
Alright, cool.
So, hey guys, Tessie Georgian Gaming here. I know this isn't the format that you're used to seeing me in anymore, considering I stopped showing my face during any video, but I figured me and Newman420 would describe some pieces of lost media that have been recently found.
Yeah.
So, introduction to everything. My first ever animations were around 2019 to late 2018. And that was around the time that I made this object show called Daniel's Object Shows. This show was not the best, but it was my first show I ever made, so you wouldn't expect the best. But during this time, after that, my channel gets deleted. This was around 2020, 2019, somewhere around late 2019, the channel gets deleted. I can't say the channel name because it contains some personal information I can't necessarily share, but it's basically just Daniel B. That's all the name was, and it had a blue D profile picture, the letter D, with a blue background. And I remember it vividly. I would upload YTPs, I'd upload a whole variety of content. Now, back to the topic of Daniel's Object Shows. I figured I'd bring it up because Newman has recently discovered a good amount of some content for the episodes. I think
Yup.
the only parts that I think are missing are the ends of episode 1A and some of the ending parts of episode 1B. But that's still an astronomical find because I couldn't even find the episodes myself until I started searching through things like iClouds I used to use. I'm creating a bounty on the show, sort of. I'm not gonna give a necessary reward, but you're definitely gonna get a shout out. If you were an old fan of this channel, of Daniel B, that channel, I can give some examples to refresh your memory on it if you've seen it before. My first video was called Kitty Puppy, which was a black cat and a little brown chihuahua playing together. And, that's one video that should refresh your memory if you are an old viewer of the channel and don't know it's me. Now, I doubt anyone who viewed the channel back in 2019 is either watching this or anything, but if you are, just know I've created a bounty for the show, and that once it's found, contact me immediately through the comments, through any means possible. Because I've been looking for the full show for a while now. And I have a few parts of it found, and Newman definitely contributed a lot to that. Because at first, all we had for Daniel's Object Shows 1B was an edited clip that I made of it when I was 12 that never really resurfaced anywhere up until now. Once we found it, I might edit this to have the ending show what we've found so far. But back to the discussion of it, the episodes took around, like, a few months to make, and a few notable aspects of it were, like, it was animated in Flip-A-Clip, and some of the episodes were edited in KineMaster. There's also a weird VHS effect on the first episode, which I put for no reason. And there's also another piece of lost media for one of the trailers I made for my channel back then. This was called Daniel B is Back. Well, not Daniel B is Back. It's something else, I believe. But for now, I'm going to give it the code name Daniel B30, because that's the best name I can give it. Daniel B30 was sort of the bring back of my original Daniel B channel. And I believe this might have been the channel I uploaded some of the Daniel's Object Shows content to. The first channel was the one that reached the first episode, which the first episode got re-uploaded on the new channel. in which the second episode, I think, got re-uploaded too. But the issue is, ever since then, the episodes only have little clips resurfacing. So as I said, if anyone somehow has, like, a Google Drive out there or some old YouTube metadata, or potentially even hack the channel or something back then, because I would get hacked sometimes. Even if you hack the channel, and if you have some videos of Daniel's Object Shows downloaded, then I request you to send them to me, because they're very important. We also have, I think, a few more pieces of lost media. If you were another viewer of my channel, you might have saw the Verbal Ace YTP I made, which we're not getting into Verbal Ace's scandal. We're probably not going to get into that. Yikes. Very down bad for a show about demons.
Alright, on topic.
Yeah, on topic. If you can find these episodes, then send them fucking immediately. Because that's going to be quite important. It was important to the history of where Testy Torsion Gaming is now. And it was important to Daniel from Pseudo Memo, an earlier channel I ran. And that's about all of the lost media I can list off the top of my head. Red Ball Productions TV channel isn't lost media. Now, I never mentioned this in the video, but I run a thing called Red Ball Productions. And basically, Newman is pretty much a part of it. Red Ball Productions is a team that develops Blue Skidoo. It's also my main account where I just fuck around on and use main as my main account because I got used to it. Yeah, it may have the Red Ball Productions name, but the account is something I use to represent me in a sort of way, which is why I use it as my main channel to watch YouTube videos on and just search a bunch of shit up on. Basically, it's my main channel, but Testy Torsion Gaming is the main content channel. But back to the topic. Red Ball Productions TV station was something I ran around 2022, early morning, where I ran up a lineup of just shows I own no rights to. And, basically, yeah, I probably would have gotten sued if it actually aired on TV. But it was meant to be an airing schedule for internet shows like YFMTS, Ed's World, and BFDI. But it had to get shut down because YouTube said, you know what? We're going to give you copyright strikes! So, yeah.
I mean, Ray, he's pretty keen on copywriting, so.
Yep, sometimes he's worse than the mouse.
Yeah, one more thing to add. If you're able to find an archive.org link linking back to Daniel B, that would be awesome, considering that would have a bunch of, like, archive shit that we don't have yet.
Account actually has, like, my early FLAs for, like, I think some of the early Blue Skidoo content, my earliest character designs, and some important things for just important to the history of the channel and the history that's yet to come. Well,
yeah, so if you're able to find that would be great.
But we're gonna probably end the video here. But one last thing. Here's Daniel's Object Shows.
We're back, fool. Now, what do you want from me, loser? To fix phone. Hey, Apple, can you help me with this knife? Sure, where is it? Right there. Can you grab it? Sorry, don't have arms. Oh, tuberculous. I guess I'll grab it. Whoa! What is this place? Oh my god!